What is up, everyone? Thank you for joining me for the Heroes and Villains podcast on Dopish Media, the podcast that dives deep into comic lore, comic book movies, and just everything nerdum. I am your host, Chris Merced, and I will take you this week as we will fulfill your need for nerdgasm. No? Well, on this week's episode, we're going to talk Eternals, Army of the Dead, Flash, and Reverse Flash. And we definitely have a poll list for this week. Poll list! So let's get started. This week, we got a nice little teaser trailer for the Eternals that featured all of them. And most of the people that were watching the trailer were thinking, who the hell are these people? Are these new Avengers? Are these a Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff? Well, no. They actually are descendants from the man himself, Jack Kirby. Let's talk about the trailer. The trailer was nice. It teased a little bit. It shows, Icarus and Cersei with their love interest. It shows, it shows like the Eternals showing up to Earth. I don't know if that one shot of the of them coming in on the ship. I don't know if that could be a yeah, it could be the beginning. I don't know if that's the Celestials either. But, because Marvel with their trailers, they try to, hey, look over here. No, look over there. Man. So, I don't really know whether it is or not. But, let's say you are a person who doesn't know what the Eternals are. And you're asking yourself, who are these people? What are their powers? What does it do? Well, don't worry. I will explain it all. Not all, but enough for you to understand, okay? So Eternals, they come from Celestials, okay? And if you're looking at the MCU, the Celestials, you can see the Celestials in Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1. The Collector shows like this hologram, and you can see, Celestials walking, they're giants. So, what these Celestials do, they take humans, okay? Very, very, very beginning humans, okay? I'm talking about, these are like starting out, not even knowing what they're doing. They kind of make 3 batches. They do some type of science. They pod and probe these people, and they make around like 3 different variations. Now, it's not complicated. Just stay with me. The first one is the Deviant. Now, these are the ugly ones. These are the experiments that went bad. They hate the Eternals. They hate the humans. Okay, so they're in a constant battle with the Eternals at all times. Okay, those are the Deviants, and I'm pretty sure you can see them in the trailer, or something along the nature. I don't really know. There was a Lego leak, but that's fine. Next up, we have the humans. Now, these aren't just regular humans. These humans are basically, they all have the X gene, which is the mutant gene, but they're not all mutants. It's kind of fuzzy. It's like saying why Peter Parker didn't die when he became Spider-Man. Because he had that gene that came from the Celestials that in turn made these humans special. So you could call these like the superheroes, right? Because they didn't mess with all humans, they just messed with a specific type of human. So those would be the superhumans, right? After that, we have the Eternals. I don't want to do that. Eternals. These Eternals are the experiment gone right. There's been plenty of Eternals. I mean, there's been generational, I think all the way to fifth. Fifth generation of Eternals. And I think the one we're getting in the book, I think the number 3. I think they're number 3. Because you have Ajax, but I don't. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So, that explains the variance on the experimentations of the Celestials. Okay. So now, you're like, okay, well now I get it. There was 3 forms of experiments. Eternals is one. Superheroes is another. Deviants are one. And let me just say, just a side note, Thanos is a deviant. That's why he looks the way he does. Deviants, they don't look like regular Eternals. They don't look like human form. They look ugly. So, just letting you know that. So you know, Thanos is a deviant. Okay? Just an FYI. Okay, so now I'm just gonna tell you about the ones we're gonna see in the movie. The ones that we've seen, that we know are in the movie. There could be others, but I'll just give you a breakdown of who they actually are. Gemma Chan, she's playing Cersei. He's an empathic with an affinity for humankind who can manipulate matter. She has been in love with Icarus for centuries and poses as a museum curator on Earth. She loves humans. So she walks amongst the humans because she loves them as, like, you know, you love your cat or something like that. Okay. Richard Madden's playing Icarus, a tactical leader of the Eternals who can fly, project cosmic energy beams from his eyes, and has superhuman strength. Superman. He's basically Superman. Kamal Nanjiani is playing Kingo, who is basically, he can project cosmic energy projectiles from his hands. He's basically famous. In the movie, you can see that they're probably going to do a Bollywood dance, which Nanjiani wanted to do. And he's kind of like a dick also in the movie. Liam McHugh is Sprite, an Eternal who could project lifelike illusions, but is forever going to stay as a 12-year-old child. But they're thousands of millions of years old, right? Brian Tyree Henry is Phastos. He has an intelligent cosmic power inventor who secretly helps humanity progress technology. Wow, with technology. In the story, he's going to be the first superhero depicted as gay in the MCU. I mean, they took a lot of liberties with these characters because some were men, some were women, and they just flipped them. So I guess, you know, it's a very open movie, you know, for interpretation. Lauren Ridloff is Makari. She has cosmic powered super speed to scout planets. She is a death superhero in the MCU, and as such, she is not affected by the sonic boom she creates. Now that's okay. This is something I want to talk about. That's why I have the Flash as the hero and the villain today, and Reverse Flash. I've never thought of this, and it's not like it's crazy, but when you're going so fast, the sonic boom could crack your eardrum. But then again, I mean, if you have speed healing, then that really wouldn't matter, right? Like, if you're going so fast that the wind breaks your eardrum, but then your eardrum should be able to withstand it, right? I don't know. In the movie, she's let's see how that plays out. Supposedly, she's almost as fast as the Flash. Almost as fast as the Flash. Okay. The Flash is... we have Barry Keoghan as Druig. He has cosmic energy to control the minds of others. He becomes withdrawn from the other Eternals because he disagrees with their interaction with humankind. Now, like I said before, in the reaction video, where you can see it on the channel, I think it's going to be a Bad Batch thing where they just disagree, and Druig is the one that just... He goes on his own. And I think he might be the villain. Where he might control humanity. Or, I don't know. Can you just imagine if he controlled Thanos to do that? Whoa. I don't know. Then we have Don Lee as Gilgamesh, the strongest Eternal who can project an exoskeleton of cosmic energy. He becomes Thena's partner in their exile from the other Eternals. Exile. Oh. We have Kit Harington, who is the Black Knight. He has a mystical sword. I mean, he's not an Eternal, but he's a part of the story, and you'll see why when you see it. Their leader is Ajak, who, aside from the advancement of humanization, is able to use her abilities to heal. She can communicate with Celestials. Now, not everybody can. Now, remember, she can heal. So if the world is hurting or someone's hurt, she could just heal them automatically. It's pretty fascinating. And Angelina Jolie is Thena, a fierce warrior Eternal who can form any weapon out of cosmic energy and develops a close bond with Gilgamesh over the centuries. So she's Green Lantern. It's funny. So those are the Eternals that we're gonna see in the movie. Now, the thing I want to see, the timelines. I love any movie that involves time, either going forward, going backward, or manipulating time in some way. It should be good, man. I'm pretty excited for it. We should definitely see what's going to happen. And look, man, if you like any of those power bases, or if you like the Eternals, are you excited for the movie? It's coming out in November. Let me know in the comments below and on Instagram. Thank you very much. Now, moving forward, we have news and rumors of this week. It's going to be a little, a little light, but not that light. So I'll start off with this. Avengers Infinity War and Iron Man Marvel Legends are coming out. So Marvel Legends, if you don't know what that is the action figure wave production of basically all figures for Marvel. They're 6-inch. Let me see. They're basically these. Okay. They're 6-inch. These are the big guys. This is Thanos and the Thing. And basically, they're toys. They're action figures. Now, why am I talking about this? So why am I bringing this up? Because I'm a fucking expert in it. Okay, so that's why. And anyway, so they're coming out with the Infinity Saga wave. So basically, the first one in this wave is Thor from from Endgame, Big Thor. You can get it now at GameStop for $24.99. And that's the Thor I want. I love that Thor because I don't know. It's like all of the Thors rolled up into one, you know. So That's why I love that figure. And he comes with Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. But they're starting to reveal other ones. Like they have Odin. They're coming out with Obadiah Stane and an Ironmonger, which I don't think... Obadiah Stane, I think there was a 3-pack. But Ironmonger never came out with a figure, so that's new. They're coming out with Captain America, but the one from Infinity War, so Nomad Captain America, which we already had one with. I kind of hoped that it would be just a regular Captain America, like from like his movie or Winter Soldier. That would have been great. I don't really like the Nomad Captain America. They probably should have made another one. And then they have Surtur, which is going to be a 13-inch figure coming out, and more to come out after theirs. I believe there could be a Black Panther and a Hulk figure coming out as well. The wave of the Marvel shows came out with Loki, Vision, Wanda, and the whole Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So get those while they last, because they do go really fast. And then they jack up in price. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead came out this week. I saw it. Fantastic zombie movie. A bit long in the tooth, but I liked it because it did have, it had points of zombiness that we haven't seen. I don't think so, like a king and a queen kind of thing. Or we have seen zombies that are advanced. We've seen that before. But I like that not only the zombies, some zombies are advanced and some are not. So that was good. The story is really good. It's a heist movie surrounded by zombies. I like where it went. I like where it left off, where you could see a sequel, because Zack Snyder, I love him as a filmmaker. The slow down shots are cool because I just feel like it brings you deeper into the movie. So it builds up anticipation, So I give it I was entertained, man. It was good. I give it a 3.8 splash page out of 5 for that one. Also, a couple of trailers came out. Before I talked about that, we're going to go into Amazon buys MGM Studios for $8.45 billion, acquiring James Bond, Rocky, and Tomb Raider. Even Stargate. I think this is crazy. I mean, man. Amazon got Creed, they got James Bond, they got Poltergeist, RoboCop, Silence of the Lambs, the Pink Panther, Fargo. There's just a lot of things they just acquired. I think we're going to see a lot of shows on Amazon, and I think their revenue stream is about to jack up. I think the prices are going to go up too, because they just acquired a huge beast. And does this mean that James Bond only goes to Amazon, exclusively? Is it only going to be shown on there? We will have to wait to see, but I'm excited for this but at the same time, I love going to the movies. So the two trailers that came out that touched my fancy was Last Night in Soho and The Tomorrow War. Let's talk about Last Night in Soho. From Edgar Wright, from Shaun of the Dead and Baby Driver, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, come a psychological horror movie called Last Night in Soho, starring Anya Taylor. Right? It's Tamazin McKenzie and Anya Taylor-Joy, and it's weird. It's something else. Like, some girl wakes up in the 1920s, and then she's not, but then there's ghosts, and that's the wheelhouse I live in. That's the wheelhouse I dive into. This week, the Slasher Cub's coming back. So I'm talking host and other things. Hoo hoo ha 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 ha. So we'll get into that Last Night in Soho later on this week. But I just wanted to touch base with it. And the Tomorrow War, starring Chris Pratt and Yvonne Strahovski from Chuck. Which, why isn't she not in more movies? Basically, what this is about is that people come back from the future and trying to recruit people to fight a war that's in the future. So first of all, it's a time travel movie. What? You know I'm there. And so basically, it's July 2nd is a great time. Thank you, birthday. What? And I'm looking forward to it. It has potential to be a good movie. The trailer's badass. I want to see what they do with the aliens and like how the aliens look, and what's the premise of why we have to go back into the past, which is kind of like Alone. You know, it's kind of weird. It's so, you know, who saves the future? What do they get to go back? Do they just stay there in time? I have no idea. We'll see, man. I'm excited for both of those things right there. What? Yeah, man. So, like most things, this show is called Heroes and Villains, and I want to highlight, you know, a hero and a villain per week, which is actually Shanette's idea, which she's not here, but don't worry, she's not off the show. She's just, well, maybe she is. I don't know. I haven't asked her, but I will. That's fine. Sorry, but I'm not sorry. Hey. Alright, so for this week, our hero is the Flash. If you're not familiar with the Flash, turn this off. Go jump off a bridge. I'm just kidding. Just joking. So the Flash is a superhero who has the ability to run really fast and channel in this power called the Speed Force, which he can move through walls, time travel, completely stop time, reverse time, reverse speed. You know, it's a lot of things that he's done. But the main one, his name is Barry Allen. Okay, we've had Jay Garrick, and there's other Flashes, but I think the best Flash is Barry Allen, who he was a police scientist that got powers from the Speed Force, and he was, you know, and he's had multiple villains, which the Flash's, you know, rogue gallery is very good. It rivals Spider-Man and Batman. It probably is number 3 on best rogues. But yes, he wears a red and yellow suit with a Flash, a Thunderbolt in the middle. I suggest you go read some of his comics. Go to the New 52, issue number 1, The Flash. That's a good volume to go by. Look at the movie The Flash Paradox. Go and see the Flash TV show. There's a live TV show. Look at Justice League, where Ezra Miller was the Flash. I suggest you do all those things, because Flash is probably he's my number 2. That's my second favorite hero of all time. He has a good head on his shoulder, and he's a wisecrack. So that's definitely just all me. I'm quick, wisecracking, and friendly. So as there's a hero, there's always a villain. And his villain is called Reverse Flash, aka Eobard Thawne, aka Professor Zoom. And basically, in the 25th century, he acquires this costume of the Flash with tachyon device amplified that gives him powers. And Flash beats him, and he goes back to his timeline, and he wants to destroy Flash. He is the Joker to the Flash's Batman. He is the Green Goblin or Doc Ock to the Spider-Man. He tries to go throughout time to finish Barry off. He tries everything he can, and he is the catalyst of the Flashpoint. So I suggest you read that book. It's a great book. The two characters mesh well. It's great to see different versions of DC characters as well. I suggest you go read that ASAP. Now, pull us at number 5. We have The Last Ronin. Number 3. Now, unexpected allies from the past reveal a possible path to salvation as the Foot Clan sweeps New York for the rogue Ronin. A final desperate plan in the name of vengeance is made. Spanning decades, this issue's action and intrigue was set up for the astounding final issue. This is it. This is number 3. We're about to get number 4. Have you not read The Last Ronin? Gee, come on, guys. Come on. At number 4, yeah, we're gonna go Star Wars Darth Vader number 12. This is a prelude into the trap. Basically returns to the fold for his rebellion against the Emperor. Darth Vader faces the horrors of reconstruction in the secret laboratories of Coruscant. As he blacks out under the knife, does he dream of revenge against his master, or does his thoughts drift towards the sun? Ooh. Number 3, we have Miles Morales, Spider-Man 26. We're deep in the Clone Saga. Not going to spoil anything. Go check that out. Number 4, we're going to go into... I guess we could go to Dr. Aphra, number 10. Definitely don't want to spoil that either. And number 5, to round off the list for this week, we're going to do Robin number 2 for DC's Comics. I'm liking this new Robin book. It's really nice. So go and get it. And that is the pull list for this week. Now, you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know on the comments below. Give us a thumbs up. And also subscribe. You can catch us all on the IG of the Dopish Media, and the Facebook, and the Twitters, and all that stuff. And I appreciate for everyone who's listening. And next week we will do this up again, and it will be for the continuation of the year. That's it. No more breaks. We're coming at you. Again, for everything that happens, there is a hero and a villain. Talk nerdy to me.